Welcome to Fab Creative Studios. This is a time for Holy Sayings Series 4. Let's start today. We are in the book of Exodus 3, words spoken by God, 21. Exodus 3:4. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, "Moses, Moses." And Moses said, "Here I am." 22. Exodus 3:6. Then he said, "I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." At this, Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. 23. Exodus 3:7. The Lord said, "I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering." 24. Exodus 3:10. So now, go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people the Israelites out of Egypt. 25. Exodus 3:14. God said to Moses, "I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you." Analysis and key takeaways. 1. God calls individuals by name. When God calls Moses, he calls him twice, Moses, Moses, showing his personal relationship with his servants. Key lesson. God knows you personally and calls you by name. You are not just a number to him. You are his precious creation. 2. God's holiness. Moses hides his face because of God's holiness, showing a reverence for the presence of God. Key lesson. God is holy, and when we approach him, we must do so with reverence and awe. 3. God sees and hears. God sees the suffering of his people and hears their cries. He is compassionate and acts on behalf of those in need. Key lesson. No suffering escapes God's attention. He sees your struggles and is moved by them. You can always trust him to act in your best interest. 4. God's call to action. God commissions Moses to be the instrument of his salvation plan. He doesn't just see the problem, he acts by sending Moses to deliver his people. Key lesson. God calls each of us to be instruments of change in his world. When he shows us a need, he also empowers us to make a difference. 5. God reveals himself as I am. God reveals his eternal and unchanging nature. He is self-existent, always present, and powerful. Key lesson. God's self-sufficiency means he doesn't need anything from us to be complete. He is everything we need. His presence is everlasting. Conclusion. Through these passages, we see God's personal interaction with his creation. From Moses' calling to the first words of prophecy and God's authority over creation, the lessons point us toward obedience, accountability, and understanding God's eternal nature. Each interaction teaches us how to engage with God personally and how he provides guidance, hope, and responsibility for our lives.